I'm Noriko, and I'm going to talk about design thinking, but mostly focus on importance of design and empathy through design thinking because I know Cherry on Tech, not everybody is, like professional for design, and mostly product manager and engineer did don't really know what designer's doing. And because I'm designer and I was on first cohort here, I know what it's really hard to communicate each other if you don't know what designers doing. So that's why I decided to focus on more empathize part. And next, please. Yeah, I'm working on in IT industry over a decade, and I'm I'm writing here many things, but what I want to say is I really love UX design, and I'm not really good at UI design, but I really do love UX research part and then connect to UX design. And I'm a mentor at Merbricks this time. So, but everybody can reach out me. And my career, um, I won't really talk about it because maybe run out of time. But I came here. I'm in Canada actually, but I came here in 2019. Before that, I was a UX designer slash product manager in Japan for 7, 8 years because UX designer wasn't really common at the time in Japan, and I should have chose product manager, but because of product manager should wear many hats, maybe product manager can understand. So I kind of take many UX hats, take like user interview or usability test or making persona, customer journey map, having workshop at the company. And I that kind of experience lead me to UX designer, actual UX designer, I mean. Now I'm between jobs. Honestly, I got laid off this January, but I'm happy to do mentoring and sometimes judge at the UX hackathon in Canada. So I'm happy to enjoy this kind of rest time to give my knowledge to people. So today's goal is learn about the importance of design and empathy through design thinking. Next. So design thinking, if I talk about this, it's really need time more than 1 hour. So I'm gonna skip a little bit. But what design thinking is process for solving problem by prioritizing the consumer's need. You can see this graph. Maybe now designers doing empathize defined part to talk with potential user and having survey or user interview, and then maybe they empathize users and define which how might we you should work on. And the next, maybe designers working on ideation part with product manager, I bet. This is kind of like understanding part, and then started prototyping with engineer team from this and next week, and ended up like you guys can have usability test hopefully. And even if you finish cherry on tech uh, at prototype part, you can work on usability test your own, and then you can iterate design, or engineer can iterate the code and you can put on portfolio. That is really helpful to get a job in North America, I bet. Next, please. So when you hear the word design, what comes to mind? I bet here many people loves design, at least. Even you are not good at design, you believe, but maybe you like fashion, or you like cute interior, or you like I don't know, cute mug or glasses, whatever. Next, please. Here is Vancouver's beautiful design building. It's crazy a little bit, but when you hear the design, you feel like this is design, or next, please. or this kind of cool graphic design is design. So many people imagine visually appearing things like posters, graphic, or architecture, or interior kind of things. But next, please. Yeah, the misconception many people has is design equal appearance. Next, please. I'm gonna skip this part a little bit, but origin of the word design is not really visual design. Next. So design have two part. One is appearance that you know, and the second part is plot or intention. Next. So you don't need a sense of design. If you can learn the sense of design through theory, you can be designer too. So even you're like product manager or engineer, you can work on you can work with designer more properly if you know this idea or concept. So again, how about your fashion sense? Probably you self-analyze, like you wear a couple colors or a couple design shirts, and then you feel, this is good on me, or not really, even I like, right? So you're self-analyzing even like fashion, and then staying updated with trends. Maybe I don't know nowadays trend because I don't really buy clothes, but maybe this year like the summer maybe lace or like cute blouse, or I don't know really, but and then in winter maybe you're gonna wear this kind of fluffy jacket or whatever. And then knowledge about clothing, you're gonna learn, oh, I really like this design and then this is fit on me, or like I love this design but not really my type. So you're learning design like just daily basis. Next, please. So today, please listen to the instruction with the mindset that design is not just about appearances. And again, design sense can be learned through theory that is related to design thinking. So why is the way of thinking in design, the plot side, needed in business? Maybe from this part, it's good for product manager. So simply working hard and listening to customer requests aren't enough to sell a product. For example, next please. Like there is so much type of shampoo and conditioner. Like I don't know how I can pick it, right? Because it's so much. Or the next please. Even like dating app, there is so many options. How do you pick one, right? Next, please. So the issue of package that won't open, that I have the scissor, I bought it in Canada, but I can't open this package. I need a scissor for open this. This is so silly. So I can't use it actually. This has happened too. The reason why design is essential in today's business is to make people choose our products or service in an era where products and service are overflowing and people's value have become diverse. So for example, Airbnb or Apple, can you do next? Those are like they have the manager deeply understand the importance of design in business. That's why they got bigger and bigger. So like for example, YouTube, Etsy, Tumblr, I mean a little bit old, but they also have designer. They are startup but co-founded by designers and have achieved numerous success because everybody knows those company, I bet, and such as major investments and buyouts. So in addition, even beyond business, we must think about delivering services or products to the people who truly need them. Sorry, I'm in Vancouver. I bet like a couple people is in Vancouver as well, but I bet this is home of North America's issue. Anyone ever had trouble finding a restroom after a drink, especially in Vancouver? Yeah, so did anyone know that a Vancouver City restroom map exists from the government? Next, please. I think because I didn't know they have a map, but I know kind of bathroom map in my head. I know like, oh, the hotel, I can use the bathroom. I can go to Starbucks to use the bathroom. But I did a project to create a restroom map targeting newcomers to Vancouver a couple of years ago. At that time, I did research and found out that restrooms have decreased since the pandemic. And moreover, there are many people who are refused to use a restroom at a store because their appearance. Next, please. Yeah, for example, a toilet map of Vancouver from the government and a water map, like where we can get the clean water. Many people who really need these things don't have mobile phone, so they can't really check the map, which means they don't have access to this information. So if I want to go to toilet, I can check this map on my phone or laptop, but the people really needs this information. They can't really reach out. Next, please. So services fail to reach the right people when their design process doesn't understand what user need and how they behave. That's so sad. And more familiar example, like for example, maybe if you're a UX designer, you see this picture one time. Even designer try to make beautiful path, user experience. I mean, user wanna, shortcut. Next, please. And like ketchup, first one is so frustrated. I didn't know this bottle until I came to Vancouver, and the first time I bought it, it's like, oh, so nightmare. Like I can't finish whole bottle. But second one I purchased next time, and it's really easy to squeeze. Cause first one is like glass bottle, I can't squeeze at all. But second one is like improvement. Hence, I love them. And also maybe you watch it, right? And it's even cute mug, but when user wanna drink it, it's like, ouch. Like they can't drink, but also they will lose ice. So it's important to know and empathize with users to prevent this kind of thing from happening. Next, please. And that's where design thinking comes into play. I wrote so many things, but what I want to say is design thinking is a human-centered approach to innovation. And what we need is understanding customers' need and rapid prototyping and generating creative ideas, which you're gonna do or you're working on. And by using design thinking, you make decisions based on what customers really want instead of rely on historical data or making risky bets. Or for example, my previous boss said, oh, I want to make this because I want to have it, but our persona is not the guy, It's happened oftentimes. Next, please. So again, design thinking is this process and then iterate many times and then finally like going to nice project for user. Next, please. Method of empathize, because from the design thinking chart, first part is empathize. Most thing you can do is user interview, which most of team you already did, I bet, and making user persona, empathy map. Next, please. So why we need user interview? Because it helps you learn directly from users, even potential users, and uncover their problems and build empathy. And what designer did, talking to people who will use your product or services to understand what they need and want. Next, please. User persona, I'm not really sure if all team finish this part, but why it's important also like helps your design for specific user needs, aligns your team and guide decision making. For example, I made a kind of Etsy app, like handmade craft e-commerce website in Japan. I mean Japanese version of Etsy, and I had 15 team member, and then 10 people are engineers, and then five, maybe three are designers, and then me as a product manager slash UX designer, and then one more guy, I forgot what he did, maybe analytics or something. But anyways, at the time, like one engineer was 10 years older than me. Always he mentioned like, oh, I want to make this option, or I want to make this feature because it's new technology he can use. And I always said, no, 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 you're not user persona. But like first couple months or weeks, he didn't really understand. And then I printed user personas paper. Like I make like this kind of file and I print it out and I put the wall, and always I said, this is persona, you're not persona. So you can't consider this feature or option. And then ended up he understands. So like user persona and then visualize user persona is really important, because even me consider the feature or like new ideation, I kind of forget user persona if it's not visualized, like put on printed on wall. So always I go back to user persona and like, okay, she or he or they need this, and then go back to the ideation. That's important. Next, please. And empathy map, sometimes I skip this part too, but why it's important is makes user data easy to understand, spot patterns, and collaborate with your team. Like even your team, you don't know each other well yet, right? So if you are going, like if you are UX designer, you can think about, okay, if I were product manager, what they feel, what they hear, what they see, or like you can go to different situation and then think about what they feel or what they think, and you can empathize more. That's important. Next, please. From here, I'm a little bit like making shortened version, but define part, major method or customer journey map, problem statement. For example, how might we you did, and affinity diagram. Next, please. And ideation part, I usually do crazy eight with the team. It's really fun to do. This picture is crazy eight, but you can just put eight your ideas here and then voting together. Because like if ideation is really key to collaborating with team, not just UX designer or product manager part, right? So if I put some idea and the engineer said, no, Noriko, you can't do that. It's really hard to do. It's like if I said, I don't know, we can use, I don't know. Sorry, I can't come up with good idea. But it's sometimes it's really hard for engineer or product manager, or sometimes it's really hard for UX designer too. So it's really good to do with team or mind mapping or time machine. That's other methods. Next, please. And then prototype. Sorry, I put really hard to see picture because it's from my previous job. But then making prototype, and then you can have usability test with potential user or whatever users. Next, please. Oh yeah. Additionally, because I think like many people doesn't really understand what's UI and the UX other than UX designer. So UX is really user experience and referring to all aspects of the experience delivered through web service, mobile apps, and more. In my opinion, UX should be beyond of screen too. But again, that's what I showed the mug cup or the shortcut path, that is user experience as well. Even like users know the path, where the path is, but the user want a shortcut because it's faster, like even 1 second. Or like, yeah, thank you. So all aspect what I said is like, because UX is like 4 part basically. First is before use, we call anticipate UX. This is imagine the experience. Like for example, before you join Cherry on Tech, you expect something, right? Or maybe if I join here, I can collaborate with him and I'm learning something from Cherry on Tech. Or like Cherry on Tech is like LGBTQ like, and then I want to jump in this team or something. And during use, for example, you are not working on some project with the team, this is momentary UX. Just experience it. Experience with collaboration, experience talking mentors, a little bit intense schedule, you know. I think my team is struggling with Jira. That is like hard. That is also user experience. And after use episodic UX, like recall the experience. Maybe once you finish Cherry on Tech, you feel like that was crazy intense. I won't recommend someone. Or that was really cool. I want to recommend it to someone. Or perhaps you're gonna continue the project with the team because team members are really nice, or you're really into the project. That is experience too. And the whole entire duration of use is cumulative UX. This is recall the entire experience. For example, when you apply the job after Cherry on Tech, you remind Cherry on Tech again, like, oh, that team was really good. Or like, you know, I have really good experience through, like, you know, ended up the experience was really good. That is the UX too. So not UX is just like touching your phone and then face on the app. It's just whole experience is UX, user experience. And the UI is more like user interface, which refers to the point of interaction between a person and the system or service. Like for example, everything that you see, such as window, menus, fonts, icon, and more in your screen right now, falls under the category of UI. Next, please. So, next, please. This is YouTube, but everything enclosed in the red frame is part of the UI. It's crazy, right? Next, please. So as points of interaction between humans and computers, headphone, I'm wearing headphone now, and the touching mouse, keyboards, and mice can also be referred to as user interfaces. I really love this example. So I put what is UI and the UX differences here. So if contents is bubble tea and interface is normal straw, your experience is, oh, delicious, yummy, yummy, huh? And next, please. But if the interface changing to chopsticks, it's hard to drink. I mean, hard to pick up each pearls, and the experience is really annoying. Next, please. And even straws here, but if content is really hot soup, your experience is burnt and then so bad. And even contents and the interface is really nice, but if target user change to the like elder people, maybe the pearls stuck their throat and the experience is getting horrible. Next, please. Oh, sorry, I skipped many parts. But yeah, what I wanted to say, the examples is even like you chose good content, good interface, if you get wrong target user is making bad experience. And also even you make good experience but not really good UI, user easy to get lost on your website or web app and other side. So even if it's good UI but not really good UX user experience, the whole experience is worse. Like it's fancy website, it looks cool, but when you use the website, it's like you get lost again. So I hope you learned about the importance of design and empathy through design thinking today. Next, please. I think I have one more. Yeah, it's important to learn from people with different perspectives, understand their position and feelings, and empathize with them. So now you have six, five team members in your team, I guess. But always don't forget about this, empathize each other. Like for example, just respond them. Even just one emoji on Slack, it's really helpful. Someone already post, and yeah, that kind of things is connect to your UX for your team, and then going to better project. So yeah, that's it. Maybe next, please. Yeah. Any questions?